any of my clients have ADHD, I just give them, it's a full comprehensive. Alberto's, you're growing fast. Bro, I am growing so fast. I'm watching it. I was like, I think I'm getting like 1,000 new followers almost a week now. It's like, it's insane. I don't like, I'm like looking at the numbers going up. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, all right, dope. It's the live streams. Everyone's growing away. But you're growing fast too. So I like the new profile. I keep shouting you out too. Oh, sorry. Ignore the invitation. Sorry. I don't mean to take it, give it and take it away. I was just pressing buttons. Sorry about that. I want to try cold acquisition for the first time. Broke as fuck. Basically, it depends on the solution. Start with a niche, solve a problem, and they'll pay you to solve the problem. That's all entrepreneurship is. Super easy. But SMB for Freedom, welcome. Great to meet you. I'm Jonathan, Dr. AI. So if you have AI questions, if you want to know how to get struggling with leads and sales, this is the show. I will give all the secrets away to help you guys, excuse me, become successful at the end of the day. I got some demos, and then we were talking about ADHD. Interesting you mentioned this. I knew you had it for multitasking, was hard to follow. What was the best? Yeah, so quick last thing I'll say about this. So if you want, just send me an email, the link in bio. Like if you go to TikTok, if you go to my profile here, and then you click on this. This is only for people who have ADHD. Click on the contact button and just say, send me ADHD book. That's all. That's all you have to do. There's no funnel, there's no lead magnet, there's no business, nothing. It is pure a passion project. This is probably the best 36 pages of ADHD. Like I put together the whole, this, I wrote this before AI was a thing. Like back in my day, we used to write things in Google Docs from scratch, and you had to use this thing called Google to look up information and read these things called books. So I'll give you the whole framework. This is how I manage ADHD without medication. So that's the whole thing. It's completely free. So as some people want it. So just throwing it out there because you never know that one person can be on the call. I'm here to help, here to serve. Good to see everyone. Got to make sure everything's good. Thank you. I want to get into coaching for others like us. Oh, there's a huge niche, especially just ADHD coaching. Everyone on TikTok has ADHD. I'm not gonna lie. It's like it's a club. Yeah, without medication, because the medication if you guys really want to know, because I'm like it's a side expertise. This one book, Amazon, ADHD for clinicians, I think it is. This is probably the best book you'll ever read on ADHD. The interactive treatment for this. They don't have an ebook. It's not hard to read. It's actually the easiest of all the books that I've read in this subject. It is the best book. And the famous phrase that I got from the book is pills don't teach skills. Pills don't teach skills. So even if you're on medication, you don't have the skills necessary to manage your time, because you'll have time blindness. I could go through a whole series if you want to like go deep. Just let me know, people. Just put a number 1 in the chat if you're curious about this, because I'll go deep. I have a whole framework, how to manage it, productivity, tools and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pills don't teach skills. Caleb's like down. We'll go through it. Okay, so let's just quick riff on it. Anyone else, please? What are your AI certs? I have none, other than I've probably played with AI more than the average person. Naturally curious. So I've also have a marketing background too. So I've been building AI tools and stuff. So I am Dr. AI. You won't find another channel that does the AI stuff that we do here. Let's quickly get into ADHD and how to manage it without medication. So fundamentally what it comes down to, I'll actually kind of reference my book here. Okay, let's actually just skim through the chapters of my book just to kind of hype it up. Sorry, I can't invite anyone just yet. Nice. Okay, so real quick, let's go through. I'll talk about the number 1 disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. Don't take anything I say as advice. Consult with your physician or your doctor, kind of thing. Basically, disclaimer. But the best phrase: pills do not teach skills. So you need skills more than you need those, because it's actually the skills that are going to change your life. Because it's like diabetes. You basically have it's a lifestyle fundamentally. Okay, so number 1, let's go through this topic right here. Let's do this topic, neuroplasticity. Basically, your brain is like a software program, so that you can update, you can, any weakness that you think you may have from ADHD, memory, time management, procrastination, goal achievement, all the what's called the executive functions, which are like the forefront of your brain, that's designed for like, that's all it is basically. So you have the your power to rewire your brain and learn new skills to supplement for any what you think of maybe a weakness, which like again time, productivity. There's the main ones there. So that's just chapter one right there. Is basically TLDR. You could rewire your brain. Now it's very easy to. Okay, let's talk about the three different types. There's three flavors of it. I have to be careful too because TikTok will ban certain words. So please forgive me if I can't say certain words here. But basically, there's three flavors of it. There's inattentive, there's hyperactive impulsive, and then there's combined, which is the combined of both of them basically. Fundamentally, you don't have to get into the weeds of like which is the difference. There are many different tests out there that can diagnose you, like pretty, like they're pretty easy to find. You could go to Google. It is very profound in adults because a lot of adults get what's called late diagnosed, more or less, and so they don't realize that their symptoms are actually basically the symptoms of this. Please forgive me if I can't say this word that much that often because TikTok will actually ban me from saying this. Like it's TikTok. Yeah, it's a weird thing. So there are many. You can take a screenshot. There's many different online assessments that will survey you, but fundamentally, as like if you know, you know you have it. There are many different causes. It could be toxins in food, food additives, allergies, immunizations. So I'm gonna get banned for that too. Genes. It's also hereditary. Don't worry about where. Don't stress about that. This is the most important part right here. Executive functions. So there's a part in your brain right here. It's called the frontal lobe. I'm not a doctor, but it's basically called the frontal lobe. It's responsible for what's called executive functions, and this group of people, us, has a, I want to say like a, it's, I want to say everything in the sense that it's not a weakness or it's not a like handicap. It's actually a strength. You just have to learn how to talk about it differently. But basically, that part of the brain, the front part for executive functions, is responsible for self-awareness, self-restraint. If you've ever said what's on your mind, basically, nonverbal working memory. You have struggle with memory. You have struggle controlling your emotions. You have biggest struggle is planning and problem solving. Please, how can I be on your let's see. Hold on. Okay, cool. And there we go. Sorry. Okay. So executive functions begin by developing by the age of 2, and they're fully developed by the age of 30. But for our group of people, they're actually 30 to 40% actually delayed in development. This is not really that much relevant per se. I'm just kind of getting a little bit deeper into like the symptoms. This is very, very, forgive me, I can't show certain words. Hold on. There. I can't show certain words because TikTok will ban me. This is I have to dance around the algorithm. Okay, this is the danger of if it's untreated. If it's untreated, then basically it can lead through all of these problems can manifest. They all manifest from basically untreated basically, more or less. Okay, there we go. So there you go. But most of what you'll come across are these symptoms, which is poor time management, poor organization, poor prioritization, procrastinate, you have feelings of guilt, feelings overwhelmed easily, low self-esteem, constant negative self-talk, so blah, blah, blah. This is a whole like section about the epidemic of shame. Basically, this one phrase right here, it's estimated that our group, received 20,000 more negative messages by the age of 10 than they do positive messages, and so that's just a thing. So just don't worry, it's not guilt. This is important because HALT, basically, if you're if you're hungry, if you're angry, if you're lonely, if you're tired, this could make the symptoms even worse, more or less. All right, neurodiversity basically says that we are special in a good way, not in a bad way. That's the best way I could just. I'm trying to like give you guys the nice TLDRs. Okay, let's focus on the positives. This is because there's so many positives to it. Like the actual positives outweigh the negatives. It comes down to habits, routines, and systems. That's fundamentally what it is. So you have superpowers that normal people don't have. You have the ability to do extreme problem solving. There's literally nothing you can't solve. You have a huge limit in our unlimited imagination and creativity that the normal person doesn't have. You have a very deep compassionate side to yourself. You also have a sense of humor as well too. You have huge perseverance. You have a keen memory and also a sense of observation, almost like a sixth sense that you pick up on social cues that other people don't. You're actually really good at multitasking and actually the ability to hyper focus. That's why like AI is actually perfect for people with ADHD in the sense that it's always like shiny object of the week. It's like, you new shiny object of the week, and like this is what's new in AI. To us, it's like dope. We'll learn it in a day, become an expert in it, and then pivot to the next thing and constantly absorb information, translate that information to execution. But you also need systems and tools and systems to actually help you with that process, or else it just becomes chaos, more or less. These are all the strengths. There's like so many superpowers. It's also, you're not gonna lie, you'll mostly go, majority of people in this category will eventually get expunged from, we'll call it society, because they can't keep a regular job. So they'll eventually go into entrepreneurship, which is actually a better thing. It's actually a positive. Because do you have a coach? How do you find a good one? There's actual, like, if you just type in like ADHD coach in Google, you'll find like people that are like specialized in it. If they tell you to take a pill, tell them to go up a hill. I don't have a coach. I had to learn all this the hard way. That's why I wrote a book to basically summarize basically all of this. The superpowers is you have the ability to rapidly learn how to use new tools, which is perfect for the AI world, because every week you have to learn a new tool. To the normal person, they struggle with adaptive and change. So you actually have a whole superpower to do that. You're a one-person army. You can multitask and get more done than a regular one-person role, which is superpower. You look at problems from many different point of views. It's very easy for you to come up with new solutions to problems. You're extremely passionate, especially when it comes to like customers or products, like empathy and stuff like that. Like you can't fake. If you're not interested, you can't fake it. Like it's you have supreme genuine authenticity is like one way. Your ability to conceive of new products and services is easy. You can actually anticipate customer demands, and you can actually connect with people in a meaningful way. All right, here's how to manage it without medication. The essential six. So what you struggle and what your goal is, you want to, using this six-step framework, which I took from that book. It will allow you to be consistent, predictable, and completely independent. Those are the three outputs. So here's the 6 parts. You could, for people that don't want the book, like, you just take a screenshot. Number 1, diet, nutrition, and exercise. You have to be so critical about your diet. You can't eat junk food. You can't eat fast food. You can't eat sugar. You can't eat candy. You can't drink alcohol. That is omitted from your diet, because all those things will basically trigger all the, I don't want to say like trigger, but they will prevent you from operating at peak performance, let's call it. Then exercise is critical. You have to exercise. You have to you have so much energy, like a golden retriever. Like you're seeing me right now. You have so much energy that you have to get that energy out. And then let's talk about education. So you have to learn, basically this book is the education part, just to know what are the limitations, what are the strengths, what do you need. Behavioral therapy also really helps too, because you have You have to also deal with anxiety or depression as well too. But then you realize that is actually a strength. And what happens here with this part right here is because you're not in the right career, you're not in the right environment, and you don't have the right social circle around you. That's all. That's what causes all the stress and depression, anxiety. Boxing's perfect. Get a coach, highly recommend, because someone's going to tell you what you need to do. Routines and systems is the most important part. Everything is a routine, everything is a system. This is how you build, let's call it predictability in your life. It's all about systems, routines. Like, for example, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I look at my calendar, and every time I have an event, I set an alarm for 10 minutes before the event starts. I do it every single day. It's a part of my routine and habit. That's a routine and a system. So that as I'm going throughout the day, I'm focused on like a client or a task or a project, and then the alarm goes off, and I'm like, cool. I need to wrap it up. I got 10 minutes to clean up, go eat, snack, take a break, and then change the activity. Could be changing to a coaching call, a group call, something like that. If you guys are finding this valuable, put a number 1 in the chat. So that's like an example of a routine or system. Then you have assistive tools. You need tools like TickTick. I can't stress TickTick enough. TickTick is going to be your everything as far as managing your tasks and projects across your whole life. TickTick is so powerful, so easy to use, and so that you don't get overwhelmed or stressed out. You can manage large projects and not get lost in the sauce, as they say. I consider all these assistive tools. For example, when I fall asleep, I'll show you actually, because I have it right here. Sleep is so important, so important. So sleep, I have a night mask, so no light interferes. I have earplugs, so that no sound interferes with my sleep. Let's put that there. And then I have a watch alarm that vibrates, does not make a sound. No audible alarm. Audible alarm will actually trigger stress. So this guy, when the alarm goes off, it just vibrates. You can get this on Amazon for like $10. So that is to make sure I get a quality 8 hours of sleep every single day, because your productivity and energy from the day. I'll show you which watch for sure. You guys laugh because I don't personally, I don't like iWatches. Like, I don't wear an iWatch. It's an electronic piece of trash, and so I don't like that. So I need something simple, reliable. Remember, everything has to be simple and reliable in your world. Let's go to Amazon. I'll show you the exact watch. It's a watch with vibrating alarm. Let's see. It is going to be this one right here. It's $20. The battery lasts for like 3 weeks. I think actually a whole month technically. And it's so easy to use. And so simple alarm, because you can't do audible alarms when you wake up. That's like the worst thing that you could do. So this little guy, he has all the alarms. I set him the night before, and then he vibrates super nice. And that's like the most peaceful way to wake up. So these are all what I consider assistive tools to help you basically work at your peak productivity. Education is important. There's a bunch of books in there. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, diet, nutrition. You also have to make sure you're getting your right supplements. You're eliminating it's a lot of actually elimination of foods. Surprisingly, that's actually triggering it. I'm talking, you have to be like, I only eat 2 things, steak and rice. Fundamentally, that's it. I'll have some other snacks and stuff like that. Steak and rice is like the main things. Like, you have to be on a protein diet. Like, none of this vegan BS kind of thing. Like, you have to be on a carnivore. I don't like the carnivore diet. That's a little too extreme. But just a massive protein, whatever your weight is, get that in like anywhere from a 0.7 to a 1 gram ratio kind of thing. So it's more protein. No, because everything else has preservatives or processed food. Those are like the worst thing. What does the protein do to you? So mental clarity, no carb fog, like fog of mind where you're like, oh my God, I just finished lunch and now I'm ready for a nap or something like that. No fast food. Do not touch ever fast food. Nothing. No fast food, no processed food, If you go to the grocery store, you're only allowed to buy things from the perimeter, nothing from the middle. Everything in the middle is trash. It has stupid chemicals that will mess up your body and they make you feel droggy and irritable, and trust, only meat, only simple ingredients. Like, I don't even do vegetables. It's like that's a whole nother thing. It's like your diet will literally dictate your energy, your mental clarity, your stress, all of that kind of thing. People deal with anxiety, depression, comes down to diet. Environment too. Let's talk about that. Environment, your work, your environment. If it's not, I'd say, I don't want to say positive, but if it's not something that you like, that's just going to cause chaos always. So it's like you have to make sure you're in the right environment. You're doing something that you love. You're in your, I would say, like control your own destiny, more or less, kind of thing. You can't really work for someone else. It's not going to work out. If I, what's up, Jordan? If I have to do fast food, I get patties with cheese and hot. No, it's you. The oil that the quality of the meat is so poor, plus how they cook it is so horrible. Like you have to like be so specific about, like, if you want, like, I treat myself like a mental athlete of like exercise, clean eating, um routines, systems. That's why I don't do medication, or like, because it will mess you up even more. So that's why it's like the trash that they're putting in food these days. Oh my god. Can we get a like count? Oh, we're pretty light on the like count. Anyways, if you guys are finding this valuable, share this with your community. Actually, that would actually be more valuable. Pro tip for everyone, and because we'll get to marketing. Pro tip for marketing: like, or shares. Shares are actually more valuable, because the algorithm goes, oh, you're sharing it. This must be more valuable than like a like or a comment or a gift kind of thing. So if you can just share it, that would actually go a long way with the algorithm boosting. What else? So, and then comes down to supplements. I have a huge, I could show you too. I have a huge, we'll call it shelf of supplements. That's like, the supplements are great. These are, take a screenshot. All right, these are one, foods to avoid. Do not touch these foods. Do not touch any of these foods. Trust. Then if you want, or any of these foods as well too, do not touch any of those. If you want supplements, oh yeah, take a screenshot of this. These are like the best supplements that you could add. Actually, L-theanine is such a hack. If you've never had it, oh my god. You want to talk about a laid back chill pill? That's L-theanine. Like, kind of funny. I actually don't do melatonin anymore. I don't recommend it now. Just exercise more, and then stay in a sleep schedule, and then don't consume electronics like 1 hour before bed, more or less. What else here? What else we got? This is basically how to I know we're kind of going deep into this is how to manage ADHD without medication. I wrote a book, and then we're helping people like Caleb, who had a question about it. And so just kind of like we'll get back right into like AI stuff real shortly. So this is just a random tangent. And then I give this book away for free. Send me an email. I will give you this entire book 100% free. There's no business. There's no funnel. I just give it away to anyone that I meet. It goes deep, talks about coaching. Coach can help you with these elements of planning, healthier self-esteem, clear judgment, self-motivation. It's just really hard to find a good coach these days. Here's places that you could go, for example. And then what else? Oh, routines and systems is important. By the way, if you guys want this book, just go here. It's my link in bio. And then when you're on my website, go to the contact button. It just opens an email. Just send me an email that just says ADHD book. That's all. That's all you have to do. Email with the ADHD. There's no funnel. I'm not going to market to you. I'm not going to send any follow-up email. You just send me an email. I'm going to send you the book. It's easy, simple. Because I wrote it, I just give it away for free. I have no incentive to like monetize that. Anyways, what else is here? Routines and systems. So everything is a routine or a system or a habit. Your entire life is a collection of them. It's going to allow, look for the Caleb and heading. Definitely, absolutely. Checklist, make sure you have everything that's a checklist, more or less, of something you want to do, make a checklist. So if you have to repeat a habit, checklists are going to be really helpful. It could be a sleep routine, mental health routine, morning routine, nutrition routine, exercise routine. Everything is documented, and so it's repeatable. Because it's not you that failed, it's your system that failed. That's actually a really important topic. You will succeed at the capacity of your routines and systems, if that makes sense. Meaning that if you want to increase your performance, you have to have a system or a routine to help you achieve that behavior over and over and over consistently. If you don't have things documented, don't have a system, don't have a routine, you're just kind of like firefighting, and you're just like taking the challenges of the day as they come, and no structure, no task management, no time blocking. What's up, Sharon? I know. Sharon's like, this is super helpful. I know. This is a whole deep dive on how to manage ADHD without medication. If anyone else wants the book, again, send me an email, 100% free. So yeah, your whole life is built around routines, systems, habits, and tools to help. I call them, they're basically assistive technology. The same thing as like a hearing aid. A hearing aid helps you enhance your hearing because you have low hearing. That's basically all these like things combined as far as habits, routines, tools, like even the things I use for sleeping. I have to have all of those in order for me to have a high quality, consistent sleep routine every single night and wake up energized to do what I do, which is a lot. So it all starts with like a lot of these, and you'll build them over time. Don't try and build all this at the like all in one go. This is like a lifelong project that everyone's going to be a little bit different. What works with one person with it is a little bit different than the other person. You need a task manager. You need everything on your you need to live and move based on your calendar. Time blocking, highly recommend. Is actually a really good book. Actually, I'm sure there's like, I mean, actually, if you just Amazon, or actually if you just YouTube time blocking, you'll find a ton of free stuff. Just watch anything on YouTube on time blocking. Like, it is such a valuable skill set. Like, look, time blocking in the third book section is this, how to do it for this for us. So I highly recommend time blocking. Do not ever, do not use pen and paper ever again. Do not. It does not work. I am so strong about this. These pen and paper systems do not work for us. It has to be a digital system. It has to be a digital calendar. Has to be a digital task manager. Has to be a digital notebook. Has to be like, you have to go digital whether you like it or not. These paper pen calendars and like digital or paper or like organization books do not work for stuff like us. There's too much that needs to get done in such little time that like these pen and paper kind of things, you cannot keep up in the digital world with these type of tools. So very passionate about that, because I get a lot of people that are like, hey, I just got a paper planner, a digital journal, and like a to-do list that's in a notebook, and I'm like, well, you're doomed. You're not going to get anything done. Like, it's just a thing. What's up, Dr. T? Good to see you. We are actually talking about ADHD, surprisingly. So everything has to be, and then the best ones, honestly, is TickTick. It's like, TickTick I think is like $4 a month. It is worth every penny to manage your entire life, and it syncs with your calendar, and it's so simple. Like, it's so great. I'm not sponsored by them, so that's why I highly recommend it. If you guys are finding this valuable, put a number 1 in the chat. I would appreciate it. Helps the algorithm. Then we go, yeah, in there you're going to keep lists. I actually do keep a list of new people that I meet, like a CRM in Notion. Like, I met Dale yesterday on a live stream. If I want to remember Dale's name, I'll show you guys too. I'll show you, like, I met Dale last night on a live stream. If I meet someone, I have to write it down. Because so this is very important. Your memory, you have to, everything that's important for your memory has to be written down digitally and saved. For example, hey Jonathan, what's the prompt that stops other people from getting the custom GPT instructions? Inside the community, we actually have that whole prompt. It's a whole long prompt kind of thing, but inside the community, we have the exact one. That credit goes to Megan for actually giving that to us. Sorry, I can't like give it out because take forever. So the thing with if anything that's important in your life, that's why I teach Notion as like the number one course. To in the first course you'll take mandatory, you'll take inside the AI community is Notion as a digital notebook. You have to note, you have to like digitally, you have to use Notion as a digital, because most people are struggling. They're trying to use Google Docs, Microsoft Word, Apple Notes, Obsidian, Evernote, Trello, Apple Notes, like, and none of those work. The worst thing that you could, like, the stress of like, oh my God, where's that file? And it's in a Google Drive file across all your like 14 other like Google Docs, and you're like, where's that one Google Doc? Trust, Notion is the first thing I teach all my entrepreneurs in the community, because once they have that, is Notion free? No. Notion is I think Notion is $9 a month, give or take, something like that. But it's your, what it is, it's your second brain. It's your digital brain. They need to go in the community to be in the know. I know there's certain things now I'm starting to like restrict as far as like not sharing, especially the voice demo. It may not be Vappy. TLDR. Anyways, that's gonna be for tomorrow. I'm excited for that Easter egg. So there's a lot of things inside the community. From there, I got Oksana as my like coach. So Oksana's my MVP coach. So coming down, that's where Notion is gonna be super helpful, for example. And then what else do we have here? Digital calendar. Everything is gonna be for on your. I use Apple Calendar. I can't show it because it's actually, I'll show it. You can see how crazy organized everything is. Like, everything is time blocked. See, everything's time blocked down to the T. So every minute, routine, calendar, everything is lived all off the Google Calendar. So that's where it's like, I don't have to remember the dates. Everything is on there. Work timers. You saw when I mentioned, I was like, I set alarms before every meeting, 10 minutes before every meeting. That has been like such a great habit. I've never missed a meeting. I've stayed consistent. I've never been, I don't want to say late. If I'm late, it's because I'm on another coaching call. But I've always been on time and never missed, like, say, for example, these lives, more or less. That's where it comes down to setting alarms. And I set every morning when I wake up, I go through my calendar, and every meeting that I have or event that I have to do, I set an alarm 10 minutes before. So like people in my one-on-one coaching, if you hear the alarm go off towards the end, that's my alarm to keep me on track, because it allows me to solely focus on whatever task I'm working on, for example. So I could get deep, but I have what's called time blindness. So like 5 minutes from now, you don't have that like comprehension, or I don't say comprehension, but you don't have that kind of like that metric to be like, oh, it's 5 minutes, for example. Today's call was so good. We could dive deeper into that. Oh yeah, today was a great session. I'm excited for tomorrow too. Pomodoro timers are awesome. Highly recommend them. Books, just definitely get audiobooks for everything. These are some really good apps. If you can spend a little extra money, I highly recommend Speechify. But if you're a little more budget conscious, Voice Dream Reader. You can basically listen to unlimited audio or books so PDF books, and then you can turn them into audiobooks. What else is here? Got a lot of good stuff. Sleep is essential. Like, sleep, you saw my sleep routine is like, I have to sleep with, get my props. These are my go-tos. Sleep mask, eye mask, earplugs for no sound, and vibrating watch alarm. Not the iWatch, just a regular vibrating watch alarm. This has allowed me to get 8 hours of sleep consistently every night and wake up energized to do all the things I have to do, and not worry about waking up in the middle of the night because of some sound, some light, or something. Like, it's interesting. What's the specific watch brand? It is technically this one right here. It's super cheap too. Vibrating watch alarm. And it's reliable too. The battery will last like 4 weeks. This one right here, it's like $20. Vibrating watch alarm. You could set like multiple timelines, because I don't like the iWatch. I'm not gonna lie, the smartwatch, iWatch kind of thing. It's actually counterproductive, because it just constantly pings notifications that you don't need. Like, you should technically mute all alarms and notifications on your phone, um, and only have messages. Like text messages is like maybe the only thing, and alarms. That's the only notification that goes on your phone. So if you're constantly getting pinged, hey, you have a new comment. Hey, you have a new email. Hey, you have a new whatever notification from somewhere. Mute all of them. Like literally, like mute. That's why I stopped wearing the iWatch. I was like getting stupid notifications. I'm like, this is stupid, and the battery is like, ugh. So yeah, it's hard to wake up. That for people like us, audible alarms are like the worst thing that spike and stress and stuff. So that watch alarm is like it's super robust. It lasts the whole month on like a chart, and then you can stretch it to take it out, and then it's USB. So it basically plugs into the USB and then charges for the battery. And then when you're done, you just kind of pop it back in and stretch. It's like simple and reliable. That's what I like. The whole everything about it is like what I do is just simple, reliable, for like routines, for habits and stuff like that. Nice. We're jamming. This is like super valuable stuff. Then you got sleep. Oh, last one. Story of the Golden Buddha. I end on this one. Good. This is the story. This is very important. Let's see if I can remember this story. The story of the Golden Buddha goes, I'm actually going to read it because it's a very good story. In Bangkok, there's a golden statue of a Buddha that stands 9 foot 8 feet tall. It weighs 5.5 tons and it's worth approximately 250 million in gold because it's made full of gold. The statue was considered built in about 1403 and is revered by Buddhists for many, many centuries. In 1757, a Burmese army was invading Thailand, facing complete annihilation. So the Buddhist monks at the monastery hastily began covering the Golden Buddha with plaster, which was painted and inlaid with bits of colored grass to make it look of little or no value to the invading army. So during the invasion, all the Buddhist monks were tragically exited, but the Golden Buddha was left undiscovered. Then in 1957, a group of monks relocated to the monastery in Thailand, and one day they were moving a giant clay Buddha, and one of the monks noticed a large crack in the clay. On closer investigation, he saw that the golden light emanating from the crack. The monk used a hammer and chisel to chip away the clay exterior until it revealed that the statue was in fact made of solid gold. What the story so eloquently explains is that inside each of us, there lives a golden Buddha of light. Our purpose in life is to rediscover our Buddha for ourselves. What happens over the course of life is that we pile on layer of clay over our own golden Buddha. The heaviest layer of clay is of our own doing. It's our own ego, limited thinking, and own unconscious conditioning. The other layers of clay get added on from external influences: parents, schools, teachers, bosses, co-workers, society, media, church, government, corporations. Eventually, we are so laden with clay that we forget that the Golden Buddha is there all the time. The secret to finding our Golden Buddha, our higher purpose, lies not in the future, but in the past. All we need to do is start chipping away at the clay and rediscovering those things we're all passionate about when we were growing up. We reconnected with all the things that first brought us joy into our lives. We recall the times when we were in the flow and time stood still. We chipped away at the clay through our daily practice of habits and routines, and as we get close, the golden light flows within us will once again reemerge. Imagine a world where every person could return to their natural state, their golden Buddha. Just imagine. This story touches the deepest part of my heart. For years, I carried the false belief that I was broken, useless, and worse, a disappointment. This is a tough Reading this story shifted my perspective to realize that everything I needed to succeed in life was already inside of me. It gave me back my dreams since I was a child, that I had a gift to share with the world. So that's where I ended. So it's the story of the Golden Buddha, and that's the last chapter of the book, my ADHD book. So sorry, I get a little touchy about that. I wrote that book, oh my gosh, so many years ago. So if you guys want that book, put it go to my comments, or not my comments. Don't go to my comments. It's actually go to my link in bio, and then click here. Takes you to my website. Click contact and just type ADHD book, and I will give you this entire book for free. I do not will ever charge for this. This is my kind of like gift back. It's basically, it was written before ChatGPT and AI was a thing. This whole book was basically my whole compilation of how to manage it that I kind of like gave away. I still do to this day. So if you want that book, completely for free. Wow. Interesting episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I know Sharon's like, big hug. I know. You guys are amazing, each of you. Now you get the story of the Golden Buddha, which is nice. So that's, we could go into now segueing into like AI stuff. If you guys want to talk about AI, if you guys want to talk about, do you say no VAPI? Yes. Well, it's not going to be VAPI. It's going to be the demo. It's just not going to be the tool VAPI. So it's actually going to be an easier to use tool, and it's only for members inside the AI community. So I'm excited for that. So AI voice receptionist that can answer calls, book appointments. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. No, it does all the things that VAPI does, but it's just way easier to use. For example, what brand of L-theanine do you recommend? It's going to be 11 a.m. Sorry, like answer two things. Nelson asked what time. I'm going to send an email later today, right after this, and to all the members in the community. It's going to be 11 a.m. to 11, 12, 1. It's only going to be like maybe 2 hours. 11 a.m. But everyone in the community will get an email right after this. L-theanine is actually like, if you want to talk about like a chill pill, you got to get not the liquid. The best one, I think it was this one right here. That's actually the best one. Man, you want to talk about a chill pill? That stuff is dope. Non-addictive, super chill. Like you take one of those, there will be no stress. Nothing will. If you ever watch The Big Lebowski and how he's like just so chill, like floating, that's what L-theanine does. Never addictive. It's not. There's no medication or anything. It's just a natural chemical. Super hack. Lovable credits work for an entire app. How should I prompt? Actually, what we can kind of play with is Cursor, because I haven't played with Cursor. That's the next level, because it turned out I met an amazing person, Meg. Let me actually give her credit too. I met Meg this morning on a live stream, thanks to the algorithm. And so she's in San Francisco, and she's built, this is such a dope idea too. She's building a directory for farmers markets, so that people in the area can find both the schedule and what's going on at the farmers markets in the area and discover new farmers markets. We should do a deep dive in Lovable. Yeah, because I eventually want to figure out how do I go from Lovable to Cursor. We could sign up for Cursor right now if you guys want. We can mess around because I want to learn something new with AI. So let's sign up for Cursor and play with AI. Oh, and then I get to sit up. I just need to do the mock-up of an entire app. You can do it in like, there's like, I think it's like Figma for wireframe fundamentally. Your contact click is unresponsive. You have a pop-up blocker, because all it does is open your email client and sends me an email. That's all it does. If you guys want, I'll share. So I'll make it even easier. Send me an email there. Don't spam me or I'm gonna block you. Send me an email there, type ADHD book, and then I'll give you the book. It's my business email. So yes, I was using Builder.io and Figma. I don't know if this is the best. Builder.io on Figma. Yeah, because what she does, I highly recommend to, oh, she's live. Can we say hi to Meg? This will be dope. Dang it, it's always ends. Ugh. Oh wait, is Monica live? Oh, Monica! Oh, this is dope. That's my student. That's my student inside my AI community. English with Monica. She teaches English in Brazil. She's live streaming. How many people are in the chat? There's 259 people. Oh my god, we have to say hi.
Well, since I was 14 years old, well, I started at this age to learn English, but I started to do it
She's
by
focused on
myself.
the client right
You
now,
know, I
so it's
was
like
learning it from
she's live
scratch
streaming.
with my
Yay!
parents
Does she have her link in
from
bio yet?
English Institute. After
That's my
this,
student.
when I was 18 years old,
Okay, I gotta work
I
on
had
to get her a
to
link
join
tree.
an English
That's
institute
next.
because, you know, in Peru at
That's
least,
awesome.
if you want to get a job or a really nice job,
Yay!
you have to, or you
Gotta
need some
follow.
certificates, you know.
Awesome. I love with my students. So if you're ever fearful about like live streaming and stuff like that, Monica started a little less than 2 weeks ago live streaming. She has 259 people on her live stream. 250. I got my 13 people. I'm proud of each 13 people. I don't care if there's 3 people in the audience, doesn't matter. But she has 259 people in the community. Like she's like that's if I can notice like again, if you're struggling with leads and sales, because I'm always going to bring it back to business. If you're struggling with leads and sales, go live. Do the live stream. Go live same time every single day. Just show up. I have a T-shirt that just says "Just show up." Just show up and give a ton of value. That's all. Like you will build a massive community. It's always community versus community first, product service second. So that's why I try and get a lot of my community members to like go live as soon as possible, because then you can get over the first like 2 weeks, and then the TikTok algorithm is great. It sends me amazing people. So I'm like truly grateful for all the people that it sends in my world, which is super dope. I know. Do you guys, because we could play with Cursor, I just want to throw it out there. Does anyone want to get their business roasted? We could roast their business because I got a lot of cool people coming into my funnel, and they all came from me roasting their website and roasting their business. Like we had a new person today, Tanya, and she's gonna be doing really good. I gave her a whole business model on basically how to pivot into high ticket coaching, online coaching. People says, do you recommend any crowdfunding to bank my app? What's up, Candy? Good to see you, Candy. I want to start my Starbucks. Technically, this is a good question. Uh, don't ever get funding or investment for your business or your product or service starting off. You'll go into debt. 2, you'll give away equity. 3, you don't have product market fit just yet. It's better, honestly. Do go do live streams first, talking about your product or service. Do that for 30 days and go live. If you can, go live twice a day and talk about whatever product or service that you're interested in. Hi, like Candy. Candy, go live. She's in my community. Candy, go live and talk about how you can help people in your niche, and like the algorithm will send you people. Like you gotta have. See, I have this bubble right here. It says struggling with leads and sales. That's where like yours would be specific to what is the number one customer, or what is the number one problem that keeps your customers up at night. Put that right here. That's going to attract the right people, and then all you're doing is helping. Like Monica, I'm so proud of her. She's just all she's doing is teaching English to her students. Let me go back to your live, and then that is how you're going to get demand. Let's see, following. Maybe people I'm following. Show me English with Mon. There we go. Look at that. She has 200 people and 24,000 likes. Yep, she's in the community. That's amazing. So she started with she was kind of fearful of teaching English only in Brazil, And then all she had was one-on-one coaching session with me, and we found her examples of online English teachers around the world that were making a lot of money. And so and the only homework I gave her was just go live consistently every day. That's all. She didn't want to go live. She's like, I'm fearful. What am I going to talk about? But she did the reps. She got through the first week, and now she's into, I think, her third week, like 2.5 weeks. She's into her third week. She has leads. She has leads and they're begging her for, do you have a workbook? Do you have a community? Do you do one-on-one mentoring? She already has instantly demand before that's why I'm trying to also help get her a link tree set up as quickly as possible so that she could start generating revenue from it. She has the community now, and then now just matching the product or service second, for example. Are you Candy, go live. Candy, go live. Everyone in my community, I can't stress enough, go live. Dr. T, go live. Even if you're like don't know what to say, just start showing up and just start, like, even if you're learning, like, trust. And then Vodi says, are you sure the person will not get her ideas stolen when she goes live? So here's the thing, because I do a lot of business coaching. I get this a lot. A lot of people are fearful that are like, oh my God, if I put it out there, someone will steal my idea. Or, oh my God, I want to protect it because I have the best idea in the world. And oh my, ideas are worthless. Execution is what builds business. And you could take two entrepreneurs that have $1 million idea, and I guarantee they will both have different outcomes because they'll have mostly it's limiting beliefs that will actually stop them from accelerating or pushing the gas, for example. Sometimes they'll make very poor decisions like, I don't want to create content, or I don't want to go live, for example. Very poor decisions. Others are like they won't work. They'll do part-time business, meaning they'll work on their business part-time, maybe a couple hours here, maybe a couple hours there. So it's never the idea that is actually like the thing that's going to take off. It's all about the execution of the entrepreneur and their ability to invest in coaching. I'm not gonna lie, it's like business is a 2-year grind of getting product market fit, and if you try and do it on your own without a coach, you're going to burn through cash because you have to learn marketing, you have to learn sales, you have to learn product development, you have to learn how to use digital products, you have to learn how to use AI, you have to learn how to build a community, you have to learn how to give all your secrets away for free and do live streams. Like, there's so many skill sets for the entrepreneur to learn that yeah. Vodi says, you just changed my mind regarding that, Jonathan. Happy to do that. Like, trust. These are the things I highly recommend. Linktree. Because websites are now going away. They're officially like, you just need a link tree and a checkout button. Because what happens is all the sales are on the lives. They're going, no more email marketing, no more SEO, no more funnels, no more lead magnets, no more paid ads, no more complicated websites. It's literally you showing up, giving a ton of value. I'll actually show you this slide because I gave a presentation to real estate agents on how to do social media, and like a lot of them were even like couldn't comprehend like going on TikTok. Some of them were like, I don't even want to download the app, and I'm like, do you realize that single decision of not downloading that app on your phone and learning the app means that you just 100% destroyed your business? Social media. Watch this. This one slide is so great. So if you guys don't know, success leaves clues. So I love studying smarter, richer, better people than me so I can find out their habits and then copy them, basically. So meet Ryan Serhant. If you're in the real estate game, you'll see him because he's like the #1 real estate agent. Love him or hate him, basically. Ryan has this machine. I call it the Serhant content machine. It's always content first, business product or service second, always. So you need to build a community. Who's he? Yeah, so if you've never seen it, he's definitely more on YouTube. He's like, Ryan. Wait, you should know him. Dalton, you almost trolled me. I was like, wait, what? You don't know who Ryan is? Jokester. Meet Ryan. Dalton's like, Dalton, I saw your content. Your content where you're like calling all investors. I saw that. Keep doing content. You're doing great. So Ryan starts with the personal brand, and then starts. You don't have to do like a whole production company. I get it. You're a one man shop. You're like, it's just me. Well, just start filming yourself. Then later you'll get funds for a team, and then later you'll build a whole department. I gotta check out the Canvas updates. Yeah, I'm behind on that update. Canva released a lot of goodies, and we gotta check that out. So Ryan has a content machine that pumps out content consistently. All that attention drives attention towards the sales. That's why he's able to generate, what does it say here? 6 million followers, and he's able to generate 4 billions in again, it's property. He does high-end luxury property, but he generates more money than any other real estate agent. I mean, I'm sure there's way better ones, but he's like the best marketed. And it's all because of content. All because of content. And so to summarize, to bring it all home, go live, go all in on TikTok. I'm testing Lovable while I'm seeing your live. Nice. Play with Lovable. It's like, because the workflow is basically Gemini 2.5 to build out the business requirement document for the app, Lovable to build the mockup, Figma to do the wireframe, and then Cursor to complete the rest of it. Let's call it the back end, the buttons, the structure, the additional information. That's the whole workflow of like how to build an app, for example. I mean, he's like an Apple for real estate nationwide. Yeah, he's very much he's always on camera. Well, that's the thing. It's like, because I want that when people say like my brand, or for me to like, you're always online. Good. The algorithm is doing its job. You have to pump out volumes of content. I think I have this video too that you guys could watch if you, because the reason why, if I can encourage you, if you really want, this is the ultimate cheat code. If I could summarize social media marketing in just one sentence, it's post 6 times a day on TikTok and Instagram and go live twice a day. If you do that habit in 60 days, you will have more customers than you've ever had in your whole business. Like, you will have a flood of customers lining up to buy your business, as long as you give away. And then here's the next thing too. The reason why I brought this slide up. Here's the best thing. The key is to give before you ask for business. If you're struggling with business, you're doing too much asking and you're not giving enough. That's the whole game with live streams. Give, show up consistently, answer all the questions, help people get some transformation, so that they don't have to pay for it, for example. That's the game of content. That's why content works, because paid ads are eventually paid ads are getting more expensive and having a lower ROI. So the game has changed. So you have to adapt, not just with AI. Hold on, my battery is going to die. Sorry. Let me get my battery because I'm not. Sorry. You can have a brick battery too. It's like really helpful. So yeah, there's no reason to pay for ads anymore. It's do the 6 and 2 rule. I like, if you're really serious, and it shouldn't take that long too. All you're committing to is roughly, it takes 2 hours to create content and then 2 hours to go live. So roughly 4 hours. If you would commit 4 hours just to creating content, you will have a unlimited flood of leads you'll have sales every single day. Every single day is a payday. If you do that. Most people don't want to do that. Most people don't want to put that much time in. And they're like, oh, it takes too much time to create content. It's like, well, being broke is also very, very expensive too. So it's like, it's that's why content works that way. So I highly recommend, if I could share anything, definitely you want to make sure that you start with posting, just go all in. Just do TikTok, because this game is not going to be forever. Like, TikTok's not going to give you free traffic forever. Like, it's a small window of time. And actually, I could give you, let me do this. Show you guys this video too. Don't believe me. Don't believe anything I say. Hear it from the GOAT himself. Oh, is that the video I was watching? think it was this one.
in life,
No, not that one.
everything is going to work right away.
No, when he does the interview, I was watching the interview one. Is like card or Linktree. We'll take a look at both of them actually. Okay, listen to this. The first few minutes of this.
I could literally, if you do not have ChatGPT on your phone right now, what are you doing?
I don't believe in AI.
No, you're lazy. You're fucking entitled. Have you guys seen what happened to the company in Portugal that created an AI bot and did 100 million in sales? Anybody aware of that? Make some noise. Yeah. Technology is coming for you. You ever see Friday the 13th? That motherfucker is coming for you. AI is, I'm gonna stand up for this because I got excited. AI is so fucking big that it's like almost hard to like break it down. Like whatever the fuck you think it is, it's crazier.
It's wilder.
The speed in which AI is gonna really affect our lives is substantial. Let me give you an example. AI getting really strong and voice devices are gonna really confuse people. For example, the Alexa in your home, and I know a lot of
Yeah,
people like shut
sure.
it off because they're like,
Don't
it's
believe
spying
me.
on me. I'm like,
Listen
that's
to
fine. Like Jeff Bezos doesn't give that much fucks about you, by the way. But I think that when you come home, and like this is the world I see. When you walk into your kitchen and you're like, Alexa, my son is having a sleepover tonight. 3 friends are coming over. One's lactose intolerant, one's gluten-free. 2 of them love spicy food, and 1 kid is Persian, and I'd love for him to feel at home. Can you please order dinner for all of us? We're gonna eat at 7:30 tonight. Thanks. When that then takes that and orders from 4 different places and delivers you a perfect meal in what I just said, for real, you have to understand, then in that scenario, Amazon has all the leverage because it's gonna decide where that sale is gonna go. That's called not having brand. Alexa, can you send me a pizza tonight? I have 20 people over. That's different than Alexa.
Just one more.
So, in that
Right.
example there, what you're saying is because when you hit that example
Very
of AI,
important.
if they don't know your brand, you're basically leaving it up to whoever, let's example Amazon, to decide.
Whoever sits in the middle, whoever's the toll booth wins, right? Seamless comes in, and now it has left. Go to fucking Luigi's tonight, side, because you're addicted to the word no. And that is the most dangerous word in business. With technology,
Yes.
you must, with consumer trends, with the way the world moves, you must be committed to maybe. Not yes. That's where you get in trouble the other way too. You get too ahead of yourselves. And no has value in other places, protecting your time, keeping you away from things. But when it comes to what's happening in the world, you
Get on
can't
TikTok.
use no. And so
Sorry,
many
where'd
of
that
you
come from?
love to use excuses to not do new shit. Do you know what was the big one last year, 2 years ago? Everyone's like, oh, Gary, TikTok, I can't do it. Fucking China. You know, people love to do some USA American fucking pride to disguise you're fucking lazy. That's a true American trait right now. We're lazy. We're fucking soft. Because we've had too much prosperity. You must go do your 50 to 100 hours of AI research.
You have to.
Or it will fuck you.
You have to. Get that? So, take TikTok seriously. That's where the business is. Start with the community. And please, please, please spend 30 minutes a day just playing with AI. Just play with it. It will make the difference. It will be the difference between you having a job, between you having a business, between you even having a career and job security. Are you on this weekend? Yes. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to have our AI voice receptionist bot that I actually found a better bot to use. I'm so excited. It's not going to be vapping. And so it's actually much easier to use because I went through the workflow and I was like, this is too complex for a lot of people to go through. I need a simple solution. So I found a really good solution that answers the phone, answer questions, sounds like a human being, and will book appointments, and it's relatively easy to set up. So that's going to be tomorrow's workshop. That's only for AI members inside the AI community. This is the stuff we do on the weekends, which is wild. I'm excited. Sharon's like, I have to watch this. He's going to get so many haters, but it's so true. It is. Like, people are like, oh, like I did the real estate. I did the AI for real estate workshop on Wednesday. Out of the 75 people on there, 60% of them were like, ugh, TikTok? Why are you promoting TikTok? Ugh, I have to go live? No, I want to stay on Facebook. I want to stay on Instagram. Is your following growing? No. Are you getting sales? No. Well, good luck on that. Like, let's good luck with that. So it was some interview with Gary Vee and stuff like that. So it's like, it's very interesting. Sharon says, do we need to have any prep? No prep for tomorrow, especially for the workshops in general. Fundamentally, you could just hang out, just come in, hang out. I'm going to go through the whole build process. You're not required to like build it with me and be like, it's going to be recorded. It's going to be a course, just like the ChatGPT course. The ChatGPT course last weekend, everyone got a $500 per hour skill set from that 2-hour workshop. So much so that David, I'm waiting for David to show up in the comments so I could ask him again. David, not tech savvy, built a custom GPT that's an executive, that's a career coach for his audience. Already sold 3. He's already made, I think, around $500 from selling that AI. So it's like, that's inside. This is just one of the many things inside the AI. I mean, people are building clones. Like, people are like, if you want the events, so that one's going to be the custom GPT course right there. We have, then I remember, see, I force everyone to do Notion. It's basically beginner to advanced. I force everyone to take the Notion course first, and then go through ChatGPT, then custom GPTs, then ClickUp, then Make.com, then how to create social media content. That social media content course is how I get 1,000 new subscribers every single week, just by doing that routine. No AI, a very simple routine. Like, Notion doesn't give me AI. You technically don't want to use Notion or the AI in Notion. And then we have our HeyGen course, how to clone yourself. I'm working on the System.io digital marketing course still. I'm behind. And then we finished this. This was that late night stream where how to build an app using Lovable and Gemini 2.5. That one's really fun. So to answer, and then we just had a brand new person join today. Shout out to Austin for joining. So Austin joined the AI community. By the way, that means we have 75. So what is 100 minus 75? We have 25 memberships left at this price, and I'll show you the price. After 25 memberships, this price in a heartbeat will double, and we will never ever go back. So do not wait. You want to lock in. For the people like the early VIP, like Dr. T, remember when you could get an annual plan for $300 and the monthly plan was $49? Man, that moved fast. Every 50 members, I double the price because we're moving so fast. Like, I only want people that are serious about leveraging AI in their business, serious about Dr. T's like, dang, we're moving fast. Like, this is the best AI community. You will learn the skills. You'll be connected with entrepreneurs that are moving the needle in many different businesses. Oh yeah, Dr. T, I forgot to share this too. You're going to get, and certain people are going to get a special invite to a mastermind group, Next Level. And this is all business owners. These are real serious business owners that are going to leverage AI in their business, because we technically have 2 camps of people in the community. Shout out to Oksana. We have people that are first-time entrepreneurs, great resources in the community to help you guys get there. Then we have serious business owners that are making 20, 50K a month that they're like, we need to do more with AI. We want to get ahead. We need more. So we're going to have an elite mastermind group that's going to meet weekly, twice a week, I think. And it's all private communication, all just, you guys are just going to get that is more a mastermind. It's less going to be dependent on me. It's going to be more of you guys because what we experienced in the last ChatGPT course or workshop, at the very end, the last 20 minutes of I can't share it. Actually I can. the last 20 minutes of the AI or the custom GPT course, let me pull it up, was probably the most fundamental conversation that all of us got in the room, because everyone in the room, just like finding that everyone was a heavy hitter and also was moving mountain, like big time players. Yeah, the Saturday before.
Maybe you can have
the board
All day, whether it be lives or in the community. Like, I'm trying to make something special here as far as providing each of you
This
right here
resources
that you guys need to accomplish any of your goals, whether it be AI related or not.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I mean, I was telling my wife just this week, and I talk too much, so stop me, please, if it get too crazy. But I was telling my wife, I said, in the last couple weeks, and just the time I've learned what I've learned about AI in the last 8 weeks to 12 weeks, I told my wife, I said, there's no reason that every single person on this planet cannot be a millionaire. That's it. There's zero excuses now. Like, the gap from poverty versus wealth, it should be here now, right? With AI, and it's only gonna, we have this wealth inequality it should be like this with AI. Like, it's leveling the playing field across the board, and it's really comes down to one thing now: are you lazy or you're not? That's it. If you're lazy, then anyway, that's the way I see it.
It's the skill sets, the lack of education that I'm trying to fill. It's like people just, once they learn the skill sets, then it's like there's tons of opportunity. And so a lot of people are CAI is fearful, take away our job. It's like there's a ton if you just upskill yourself and take the time to. The only difference between what all of you guys have, from when you came in, you've just learned a few more skills. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what's really opened up all the opportunity.
And it's amazing that what I've learned in the last few months, I've just shared in our private equity groups and our business acquisition groups that I'm in. I'm like, this is how I review Sims now, and this is how I review businesses. And people are like, how'd you do it so fast? How'd you find these businesses so fast? What are you doing so fast? And that's what the one guy I'm talking to, he literally messaged me and says, what's your number? I sent him my number. He called a minute later, and we've been talking for the last 3 days. And he's like, I'll give you 50% of our deal fees, which are 3% of 10 million. So he's like, if you sign exclusive, we can split them. And I'm like, okay. So, and that's just knowing a little bit of AI. That's wild. That's not crazy. That's like, you do one deal and you're making 70 grand on that one deal, just out of nowhere. So that's the level we're at. And my big thing right now is if he's willing to pay that right up front right now.
That's Tom.
Like, he's like, I'll pay for all the AI tools. You just keep doing research for us.
People buy businesses.
I'm like, we'll talk. So there's opportunity where everyone in this group is way ahead of the common person in any AI form. I mean, I was digging into Clay AI yesterday, and I already knew kind of how to work it based on what I learned with custom GPTs and Make and a couple other tools. And they're like, how do you know this? You've never seen the tool. And I was like, it all works the same. Like, all these tools work exactly. They kind of intertwine with each other, So, yeah.
It's dangerous. I know, it's kind of crazy. We're getting, and the thing is, we consider ourselves newbies. I don't know, probably everybody except for Jonathan and Megan. Seems like you guys been around for longer in AI space, right? But we're like 1,000 times ahead of an average person.
It's 0.1%. All of you are in the 0.1%, honestly. You watch my lives. Yeah. Keep going, Eric.
No, I was just saying, but we're ahead, but yet I feel like I'm way behind.
No, you're in
Yeah.
Because there's so much.
Because we see what's possible and we're not there. But would we?
That's just a taste of some. That's gonna eventually be in the I'll call it the elite mastermind. Gotta come up with a better name. But that's the group of people. Everyone in that room is a heavy hitter, leveraging AI, and all they do, they invested, they joined, they started playing, they're asking questions, and they're keeping up with AI because there's no YouTube isn't. If you watch YouTube, email newsletters, even some of the lives, like, you're unable to keep up with so much. It's more of the next part is not consuming information, but actually practicing it. So that's why I recommend spend at least 20, maybe 40 minutes a day just playing with AI with no objective, no business, no idea, just like, I want to play with this new tool, Lovable, and just start pressing buttons. That, because there's two main skills. When I had the discussion with Dale interview, which was yesterday, it was a really good interview. Prompt engineering skills are going to be the most differentiated factor between a lot of people that can leverage AI properly. And then second is, it's like AI literacy. But AI literacy comes down to actually like playing with these tools. So that's where it's like AI, like, I'm trying not to be like doom and gloom. I'm also trying to like prevent myself from like saying like, or pushing the narrative that AI will take your job, because that's all the news, what they do. There's so much opportunity. And the least that you could do is just play with these tools, so that you can really just stay ahead, because there's so much opportunity. Like, David learned custom GPTs, and in a week later made about $400 just selling custom GPTs. Sold his first digital product, like, and then also because he has the community too, so it's the live streams as well too. It's just like super important. So nice. That is basically just a taste of what's inside the AI community. We have we have so many members now. We have 75 members? Let me take a look. We have 75 members inside the AI community. Oh my God, we're moving quick. I only started it in like middle of February. And so things are moving fast. So there's only 25 more tickets left, memberships left. After that, the price will instantly double. What's up, Erica? Good to see you, Erica. Erica, tomorrow we're going to be having at 11 a.m. Everyone's going to get an email tonight right after this. It's our weekly workshop. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 11, 12, 1 to 1 p.m. It's going to be less than like 2-hour workshop. You're not obligated to like come and build. You could just come and hang out. 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yes, that's correct. And we're going to build an AI receptionist that will answer questions and book appointments, because that's one of the biggest challenges for businesses, is that they're missing calls. And if they're missing calls, they're missing sales. So this is both a skill set that you can learn to also sell. You can charge anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 for this skill set. You could sell them to real estate agents. You could sell them to any local business, home services, real estate agents, brokerages. They're all going to need, because again, this is kind of like the slide of the future, more or less. When I go back here, my slides, you guys love my fancy slides. Hopefully they'll get better with Canva 2.0. That'd be kind of cool. I still got to play with it. Every business in the future is basically going to need this. They're going to hire an AI receptionist that will answer the phone or answer text. And so this is the first part. We're going to build an AI voice agent that can answer calls 24/7 and even book appointments. And you don't need to connect it to Go High Level, which is going to be a next thing. It's completely independent, which is going to be nice. So that's tomorrow's workshop. And then if you're serious, last call. AI community inside the link in bio. It's only if you're serious about AI. That's only like if you're like not interested, 9-to-5ers, like trust, it's not for it. Dang, we got 100 new subscribers while I've been on this call. This is insane. So click the link in bio, and then you can join the AI community. The only difference fundamentally is monthly plan gets you access to all the courses, to all the courses, the weekly workshops, and also the weekly Q&A masterminds or questions. And then the annual one is basically save 40%, and that's the only one where you could get a 2-hour, secretly it's going to be 4 hours, 2-hour one-on-one coaching session with me. I'm going to show you actually how to actually make money with AI. Specifically, think of Monica. Monica just did my 1-hour one-on-one with me, took my advice, and now she went from having no leads and no sales to now she has, we saw her live, 259 people that all want to work with her. That we're now working on the second stage of like helping her get a product and stuff like that. I got Erica, I got all my members inside. Dr. T, I have Dalton, Nelson, Sarah, appreciate you so much. Mike, Candy, we're just a big family at the end of the day. That's all this is. This is just one big happy family. So my goal is to keep you guys up to date with AI. The whisper, I know the whisper's always like, so you do this now. I was like, anyways, subtle thoughts. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll be back for my 10 o'clock show in 789. So in 2.5 hours, I'll do a late night show. We'll play more with AI, and then stay up to date. So tomorrow, don't miss out that weekend. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Bye. Junior, good to see you, Junior. Awesome. Sharon, this morning, like 4 a.m. was so many new features. Really? I know Canva did an update. I know ChatGPT did an update with memory. Like, there's so many updates that like came out. My phone is on fire. That came out today. So definitely looking forward to see you tomorrow as well too. So I'll see everyone.